Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. We're here for transfer talk as we always are. It's a bit late, obviously, as you all know. I was on Formula One with Chris. What a Formula One qualifying session we had. If you haven't checked it out, check it out there. Big up to the people watching on YouTube. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Big up to the people watching on Twitch. Also, please give us a follow on there and on Twitter. If you are watching on Twitter, please join us on YouTube to check us out over here. Give us a subscribe and please like the tweet and retweet it. Let's get as many people in here as possible. Link, as always, is in the chats on all three for anyone that wants to come on and have a little chat about some of the stories we're talking about. Give you a brief overview on what we're going to be talking about. The first one is Fabrizio Romano. He's done a couple of interviews that I've had a little look at. So some information from Fabrizio, especially regarding Manchester United. So United fans, have a little listen to what we've got to say here, because I've studied some of the interviews. I've got all the information that we need that I'm going to bring to you. So do that as well. Lewis saying no link in the chat. The link I've literally, I can see the links in the chat myself. I don't know why you lot can't. I don't know. The link is in the chat if you want to come on. I've posted there. They're definitely in there. They're definitely in there. I'll post them again in a second if I haven't. The next one, we're also going to be talking about Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel has done, apparently he's got admiration for Kane. We're also going to be looking at the targets that Thomas Tuchel has got for Chelsea this season. Yes, Cathal, I do remember you. I'll always remember you. You came from the Ireland stream, the Republic of Ireland streams. That's how I remember you. But yes, of course, I remember you. I've posted the link in the chats again if you can't see them, which I don't understand why you couldn't see them. But I've put them back in there again. Yeah, the link is there. God knows what's happened there. But links have been posted in there twice. But also we're going to be talking about Thomas Tuchel. We've done Thomas Tuchel. Sergio Aguero. Here we go. Moments from Sergio Aguero joining Barcelona. But as I say, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, also on Twitter if you join us on YouTube. We're at 260 subscribers, so let's try and push us to 270. Let's try and aim for that. It's a bit of a slow ride, so we need to improve there as well if that is at all possible. But I'm joined by Lewis. Lewis, how are we doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. But let's talk Fabrizio Romano. He's said a few things about Manchester United, which I think are worth talking about. He's done a few interviews, a few bits of chat that we're going to have a look at. Fabrizio Romano, the first thing he is saying is that Manchester United they're after Sancho, which we all knew anyway. We all knew that United were after Sancho. But yeah, basically Fabrizio just confirming that again, that United very keen on bringing in Sancho. Harry Kane, not that doesn't really say much about Harry Kane. I don't think United are in for Harry Kane. I just don't. Declan Rice, United are looking at him, but they will have to. They're waiting to see what Paul Pogba and Donny van de Beek does. And the bit that caught my eyes or caught me to a bit of attention is the mention of Donny van de Beek. He's been at United for 1 year. United looking to move Donny on, I would be shocked. I'd be utterly shocked, especially if Paul Pogba looking like he's going to be leaving. So I'd be awfully shocked if Donny does leave this summer, because it would make zero sense for me. If you get a DM, you can play Donny and he does a good job. But yeah, United, their first couple of targets are Jadon Sancho. So looking for United have got a few areas that they want to have a look at. The first bit they want to look at is a forward. whether that be a striker or a right winger. They just signed Cavani, and United and Ollie worked really hard at keeping Cavani. So I don't think it'd be another striker that they go for. So I think you can rule out United going for Harry Kane in a serious capacity. They're very keen on getting Jadon Sancho. Reports from the Manchester Evening News, basically, contract virtually done. So personal terms agreed, agent fees agreed. Everything's pretty much agreed. They're just waiting on that fee from Dortmund, which slowly coming out. We're expecting it to be around the 80 to 85 to 90 million pound mark, somewhere around about that. But they are waiting for Dortmund. United also looking at centre-back. The interesting news that I've seen is United apparently looking to try and unsettle Villarreal before the Europa League final, because they're looking to trying to get a bid done for Pau Torres. And they're looking to try and get it done very quickly, trying to unsettle Villarreal. I'd be shocked if they get that bid in and everything completed within 3 days. Europa League final being on Wednesday. I'd be utterly shocked if they manage that. But they're looking at Pau Torres. Also looking at Sven Botman from Lille, Raphael Varane. They're monitoring the situation on Raphael Varane in terms of what he's doing. So we await to see what he does. I mean, there's still talks that he could get a new contract to Real Madrid, but the likeliness is that he is going to leave. He's got 1 year left on his deal. So right winger, well, forward, defender. They're looking at possibly a right back. I would be shocked if they get a right back, but we have to wait and see what happens with Diego Dalot, because Diego Dalot, obviously on loan at AC Milan, he could be either staying at United as backup, which would then mean Brandon Williams possibly going out on a season-long loan to another team, maybe in the Championship, maybe low-end mid-table in the Premier League. So we could see Brandon Williams going out on a season-long loan, see what happens there. Ollie very keen on Brandon Williams, does like Brandon, but he hasn't got much game time. Wan-Bissaka been playing pretty much every single game. Brandon might be given one more chance to impress. I probably expect to see Brandon in the team tomorrow in the dead rubber against Wolverhampton Wanderers, last game of the season. So that is basically everything from Fabrizio. I think that's everything I've heard from Fabrizio. Obviously, Fabrizio does many interviews, and I try to catch him most of them because I like to hear what he's saying. Cathal saying, who do you think will win the Champions League? I think Chelsea. I do think Chelsea win that one. I subscribe. Big up to Cathal, and follow Cathal's ideas here. Do subscribe if you are new. That does help us out massively. Which for a Romano interview reaction now. Romano has done many interviews, so basically reacting and trying to gather all the information we can to bring to you what Fabrizio is saying. So yeah, the one I saw one on the United stand last night as well, so very good interview there. So do check that one out as well. And Egdar saying you'll never walk alone. But Lewis, I'll start with what Fabrizio's saying. Fabrizio's saying basically that United looking at a forward, a centre back, and if there's much money left after that, they'll look at that. What do you make of that?
Yeah, Sancho, it's all but done. If you say personal, if you're saying the personal details are done, they just need a transfer bid and obviously a suitable one. Then that's all but done in real terms. Centre back, you can probably understand because we've talked about it. Obviously, we've talked about Tuchel. Yes, he's good, but maybe a few more years, then maybe he comes in more. Bailly, he's hit and miss. So I think a bog standard, someone who can fit in next to Maguire. Because personally, I don't think Lindelof's that much.
Yeah.
Bailly, it's hard to say about him. Axel, he's young, but he is good, so maybe like a backup. So I think someone like Botman, personally for me, Varane would be perfect for United because that's someone talented and very good next to Maguire and that, and that's gonna be annoying to get past that defensive partnership. I know much about Botsman, so I'm not sure. All I know that Liverpool did want him in the January, obviously when they had that issue.
Yeah.
And then a right back, they don't need one. They've got Wan-Bissaka enough. And if I was you, when he comes back off loan, keep Dalot because he's done very well for Milan.
Yeah, no, I hear that. As I said, Sancho is United's main target. That's the marquee signing. If they can get Varane in, they'll get Varane in. If not, I think they'll look at the likes of Pau Torres, Sven Botman. Sven Botman actually is one that I would say is perfect for United. He plays on the left side of the defence, partners Maguire, who can then move to his more comfortable area on the right side. I think that just works better for them. I think if they can get a DM, they will get a DM. But again, that requires Pogba. Interesting news came out of Pogba, actually. Romano saying the Pogba still no intention to sign a new deal, doesn't want to sign a new deal, which is going to be a strange one. United have got two options. They're going to have a sit down with Paul and his agent, the dickhead, can't remember his name, Mino Raiola. So yeah, you've got they're going to sit down with Pogba and Raiola. I presume to try and thrash out what they're going to do, sign a new contract, or they're going to look to sell him. Probably looking in the region of 40 to 50 million pounds. Because last year of his contract, Pogba probably wants to run it down because more money for him essentially. So United need to look at that. Possibly moving Donny on might be money to get a DM, but then you're in the same issue because you're getting rid of Donny, and then Paul's going to go, so you're going to need to replace that sort of player again. So you box to box midfielder, you're going to need to replace again. So it makes zero sense removing Donny out of it. Makes sense if Pogba doesn't want to sign a new contract. It makes sense to try and sell him 40-50 million pounds, then spending that 40-50 million pounds on a new DM. Declan Rice is the target in that area, but Declan Rice has been very open, saying he wants to play at Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel very, very keen on bringing him to Chelsea. So Declan Rice to Chelsea could be an option, but it depends money-wise. Like if they go get Harry Kane, that's 120, 130 million. Then you add on Varane, which is 40 to 50 million. So you're looking at 170, 180 million. Then Declan Rice is another 80 million. So you're looking at in the region of 250, 260 million pounds again. Chelsea, I don't think, can afford that because financial fair play will rip them a new arsehole. So there's that option as well. Cathal saying, will Ronaldo leave Juventus? The interesting bit on Juventus is they're waiting for Champions League. So if Juventus qualify for Champions League, Ronaldo can stay another year. If they don't qualify for Champions League, Ronaldo probably goes because he will want and require Champions League money for obvious reasons due to sponsorships and all of that. Can't see Ronaldo playing in the Europa League. That would be a madness. Maybe United right back Arnold. I can pretty much officially confirm that Trent Alexander-Arnold will not be joining Manchester United this summer. I will leave that with you on why he won't be joining Manchester United in the summer. The bit about Sancho, though, the interesting bit, as I've mentioned previously, and will continue to mention, it's in United's hands. Personal terms were agreed last summer. It's not going to be drastically different this summer. Agent fees were agreed last summer. Again, won't be awfully different this summer either. The only thing is waiting on the price from Dortmund, which we're, as I said, expecting it to be around the 80 to 90 million pound mark. United arguably will want to get this done before the Euros, because if they can get done before the Euros, just in case Sancho lifts a Euros with England, and that chucks an extra 20 million or so onto his transfer fee. So United looking at trying to get Sancho done very quickly, might trying to get it done before the Euros, which is a possibility. If contracts are done, agent fees are agreed, just need a fee from Dortmund. Dortmund might want to wait till after the Euros, but United could probably start pushing a little bit to try and get that one. Would Dortmund give up one of their best players? Yes, Dortmund are fine with selling Sancho this summer. Sancho, after this year, will have 1 year left on his contract. I think I remember seeing that. So he'd have one year left on his contract. So Sancho very keen on. Well, Sancho's keen to leave Dortmund, but that bit is facts. He's keen on joining United. Very keen on doing that. I'm just having a look at his contract now. Right, so his contract expires in 2023. So not this. So he's got 2 years left on his deal, right? So and that transfer fee will just go down, right? So as I'm sure most of you that understand football know, basically, as the transfer goes down, so as you reduce the amount of years, you're also reducing the amount of money you can get for said player. So contract expires in 2023. He signed a 6-year deal, actually. So yeah, Dortmund are fine with Sancho going. And that is that, really. They're keeping Haaland, though. I think Dortmund are allowing Sancho to go, keeping Haaland, which is what I see there. Cathal saying, who are the other clubs that Sancho could go to? There's only really one other club, and that is Chelsea. Chelsea have made no official approach to his agent. They've made no official approach to Dortmund. And Sancho is nowhere, anywhere. Sancho, for me, in Chelsea is not something that Tuchel is doing. Smokescreen, it's not a position they need to improve. They're looking at striker. Chelsea are looking at striker, DM, centre-back. Not looking at a right winger at this precise moment. They've obviously got Ziyech, they've got Pulisic, they've got Callum Hudson-Odoi. So they've got right wingers. And with the way Tuchel plays at the moment, he doesn't tend to play right wingers at the moment anyway. He plays with 2 10s. So there is that as well. And don't forget, if you bring in a new striker, that means Werner probably moves to the left, which means that there's your next inside forward sorted as well. So no, Chelsea won't go for Sancho unless they sell a Ziyech or someone of that quality. Castle saying I heard Samuel Eto'o is coming back. No, I'm almost certain Samuel Eto'o is not coming back to Chelsea. That one is pretty much I've not even seen that myself. And as you can imagine, I've been keeping my eyes all over the transfers, as much as I can. But yeah, we've discussed Sancho. We've discussed United's targets. So for me, their targets are a forward, a centre back. If there's enough money, they'll apply. They'll sort out the DM. Not the greatest transfer window, I think. If I'm United, coming back to football. I don't know. I don't know what he'd be doing in football. Let me know. Let me know in the chat what he's coming back to do. St Johnstone, Mr. Penn, to go 2-0 in the Scottish Cup final. Who are they playing? Who was Sam John? Who's Hibernian? No, not bad. Sorry, I presume it's 1-0 still.
No! For God's sake. I want to buy
Internet having a fucking mare again. Love to fucking see it. Love to see it. God knows why it's playing up now. I'm just going to turn that off. Right, so as I said, there is that sorted. But yeah, Lewis, do you expect Sancho to join United this summer? I mean, we were talking about it all summer last year, basically spoken about all year. Do you expect Sancho to go to United?
Yeah, 100%. Especially now they've lowered the price a bit, and it's in that price range that they wanted to pay last summer. So I think it's really, really suitable for them to actually go from this summer. Because last summer it was something like 120 mil they wanted for him. So now it's gone down to 90 mil. It's a massive change. And for United to not going from this summer when you wanted to pay that last summer, you just be a little bit stupid there. You just be a little bit stupid. And it's probably the perfect player for United. So it's a perfect move, in my opinion, for Sancho. And like, to confirm, I'm pretty sure Fabrizo confirmed that if Sancho was leaving, easily done, which it looks like he is. Haaland is 100% staying. No questions.
Yeah, I don't think Dortmund aren't keen on losing both. Cathal saying, is Haaland going to be on the market this summer?
No.
Not unless you're willing to offer stupid money. Look, if you're offering stupid money, then you can probably pick up Haaland. When I say stupid money, anything above 150 mil. So no, I think Haaland is staying put this summer, and next summer is going to be brutal because next summer is going to be his release clause at 73 mil.
Oh,
Mad.
shit, it is, I don't know.
It's a mad release clause.
It's like 75 million.
Every big club is going to be after him. So that's going to be next summer. Luke saying, is Kabak staying at Liverpool?
I've heard not.
1 minute. It's not too clear at this precise moment. Jurgen is going to be sitting down having a chat with Kabak after the end of the season, so I presume after tomorrow. But no, I don't think Jurgen is looking at keeping Kabak past this season. So I think where did I hear it? I think Leipzig are looking at Kabak, which would mean Konate can be on the move, or Koundé, whichever one. Yeah, so he's Leipzig centre back, Konate, isn't he? I keep getting him and Koundé mixed. Yeah. I keep getting him and Koundé mixed because so Konate, so yeah, basically Leipzig looking at Kabak as possibly a make way to allow Konate to leave. That would then allow Konate to join Liverpool, Kabak go into Leipzig. So no, it looks like what?
Because Leipzig have lost Umpi Nakani as well with some money, so
yeah, that's why Kabak is looking. That's why Leipzig are looking at Kabak. That is for me a make way to allow Konate to join Liverpool this summer. So we've gone through them. Have you heard about Bissouma to Arsenal being close to complete? I have not. Luke, I'll put the link in the chat again. If you want to come on, I've not heard about Bissouma and Arsenal being close to completion. I've heard you looking at Buendia. I heard you looking at Buendia. I've heard Arsenal also looking at Max Aarons, but I've not heard about Bissouma. Follow the link and have a chat if you want about that. Yes, Lewis, what were you saying?
I heard something about this deal, and I'm pretty. I think it's been said something like Bissouma isn't really interested in joining Arsenal. I'm pretty sure he wants to stay by for another season. I've heard something like that he's not that interested in joining Arsenal. Obviously, he probably would due to the fact of the bigger club and that and the money, of course. But I don't know. I don't think it's the type of player that Arsenal would want because I think
anyone is better than the midfield that they've got now. So to be brutally honest,
I've heard apparently that they are looking into that Zambo Anguissa from Fulham. I've heard.
No, I've not heard that one.
No,
but we're joined by Luke. Luke, what have you been hearing then?
So there's a lot of talk that that Bissouma to Arsenal is like a very close to completion deal. It will just be a matter of like getting some agreements done, and then when the window opens, getting all that like official. But as well, like today, Fabrizio Romano tweeted about Vlahovic or something from Fiorentina, kind of just dismissing all talks of that happening. So apparently Bissouma has said to lots of his friends as well that Arsenal's the club that he wants to join and stuff like that. So I mean, there's a lot of positive talk from Bissouma about like a move to Arsenal, but that's apart from that, there's not much about Arsenal. There's just a lot of links.
Yeah. So website here, HITC, speaking on the United Stand YouTube channel, Fabrizio Romano has delivered an update on Arsenal and their interest in Yves Bissouma. Arsenal have been linked with Basuma for quite a while at this point, and the Gunners were reportedly favourites to sign Brighton man at one point. However, Romano now says Arsenal's interest in the midfielder has cooled, claiming that they are looking for something different.
Why would he downgrade anyway?
That's all.
So, I should have fucking remembered that because I watched this interview last night. So, although as you can imagine, I've been non-stop this morning when I woke up at 11 a.m. What can I say? Party hard, wake up late. But yeah, basically Romano saying that the interest is cool. So I don't know I don't even know if Basuma would be the right person for you, if I'm being perfectly honest. Because look, Basuma's a good player. But you need a DM. I'm not convinced Basuma is actually a DM.
No,
I think he's more box to box a bit.
Sure, to be honest, I'd take anything at the moment. Anything's better than Xhaka.
Well, yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. I just think he's too similar to Partey in terms of box to box. You need to get a proper DM. Who that DM is, I frankly wouldn't even have a clue who Arsenal were looking.
I think one option there is Zakaria from Gladbach. He's a good player. I'd take him, to be fair. Yeah,
no, I hear that. I know United looking at Declan Rice, but I think the chances of Arsenal picking up Declan Rice is 0.0001% chance. Also, you'd have to pay him about 500k per week for him to walk out of the Emirates, I think. Especially considering you're a Chelsea fan.
Yes.
Declan Rice.
Yes.
So you got no chance of him going to Arsenal. Is Mbappe still going to Liverpool? Update on that, actually. Yesterday we reported about Mbappe to Liverpool looking like it could happen, funded by Nike, a bit like United did with Pogba. Mbappe's keen on the idea, and Nike aren't too keen on allowing Mbappe to go to Real Madrid because they're sponsored by Adidas. So looks like sponsors could get involved there. Nike might fund this deal to get him at Liverpool. We spoke about also on the Liverpool show last night. Not a chance would he end his career at Liverpool. So any Liverpool fans thinking, we've got Mbappe at the age of 21. He's going to be here for the rest of his career. Get that out your head right now. Be very much like Cristiano Ronaldo, who left at the age of 26, didn't he? Sort of Ronaldo left prime. He joined Real Madrid in his prime, didn't he? So similar with Mbappe.
Ronaldo is.
I don't have to speak about that. Ronaldo leaving.
The thing is, Ronaldo is literally, even like when he wasn't in his prime, he was still at an absolute fucking world beater. So, he left United at 23, and he was already world class, like above.
Was he? Did he leave United at 23? Nah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
That was older than that, mate. Must have been older.
Oh, 1-0 Sunderland. Game on.
What
1-0.
age did Ronaldo leave United?
In the playoffs.
I'm fairly certain he was 23 when he left United.
Nah, he was definitely older than that. I'm almost certain he was older than that. 6 years. He was at United for 6 years. Right, so 2009 he left. He left in 2009. How old is Ronaldo now? He's 33, isn't he?
Yeah. No, he's 34, I think.
36. So he's 36 years old. So quick maths. So 12 years ago. Take 12 off.
24.
So 24. He left United at the age of 24.
Neither of you are right.
Fuck yeah, no. Yeah, but 24 is still mad. Yeah, that's mad. But yeah, on Mbappe, potentially could happen. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Bissouma is going to be at the Emirates tomorrow around 4 p.m.
Not sure where you're hearing that, but... Oh, wait, no, because we're playing Brighton. Okay, yeah, no, makes sense. I forgot. I have my days all mixed up. I woke up today thinking it was Sunday. So
Oh, fucking don't say shit like that. I'll be like, where did I miss one day? Where did the days go? But Luke's trying to get the season finished quickly. He's done with this season. If Juventus don't make Champions League, then Dybala and Ronaldo will walk out together. Probably, most probably. I do want to talk.
Surely.
I want to actually, whilst you're all here, I want to talk about the Athletic, right? They released an article yesterday linking United with 6 players, which is, I think, irresponsible. It was all in the same article as well. They said that they'll go get Harry Kane, then they mention Ronaldo, then they mention Sancho, then they mentioned Declan Rice, then I think they also mentioned Varane. I'm pretty sure they mentioned Trippier. I think it was Trippier. So I think
United are linked with a few players. To be fair, they're linked with Koundé, Varane, just for centre backs. They're linked with Trippier. They're linked with a lot of players. To be fair, but
we're linked with players every season. Because we're the ones that get the most clicks for basic articles.
I think it's the same with like us as well. We're always linked with quite a few players, but it's just like, because our owners won't buy a lot of players, so that's the problem.
Right, I'm just getting my thing logged in. It was from Laura Whitehall, who is United's reporter. Right, so what have we got here? But his agent Mino Raiola. Right, okay. Right, so they were just mentioned in Dortmund. Right. So Harry Kane they mention. Then they go on to mention bloody Ronaldo. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure they do. It's Ronaldo. Ronaldo. Yeah, agents connected to Juventus insist Ronaldo could genuinely leave Italy. So they mention them Ronaldo, which is just absolutely insane. Then they mention Sancho. Oh, and they mention Jack Grealish. Right. So they mentioned them 3 already. No, 4. Then they mention Varane. Then they mention Pau Torres and Jules Koundé. Then Declan Rice. Oh, and they also then mention Kieran Trippier. Like, that's one article with 6 players. Like, just casually mentioning 6 players, which I think is absolutely insane. What else have we got here? Lanty, Karen Brady, Desire show our support by Moyes, by publicly bad-mouthing Arnautovic. What? Big up Karen Brady. She's always doing something stupid at West Ham, isn't she? Big up to Valve, who is actually watching on Twitter today, which is a bit mad. Could Ronaldo go to Liverpool? Not a bloody chance.
No.
Ronaldo respects United. Very rare do we see loyalty in football, but I do see. I don't see that. But yeah. But Kenny, what's your thoughts on what Fabrizio has said, which is basically you're looking at forward, then you're looking at centre back, and if you've got enough money after that, or Pogba, you manage to sell Pogba, you're going to then sort out DM. What do you make of that?
Well, I do think it's probably in order of our priorities. Right winger, we need to. And I think right winger and centre back are quite similar, but we don't have a right winger. So I think that would be our first priority. Second priority, centre back. Third priority, DM. So yeah, I'm fine with it being like that, but I just hope the Glazers actually get good centre backs and not like just I can't think of her name now. John from the Saudi Arabian League as a centre back, but it's just what I expected, really.
Yeah.
Also, I sent you.
No, I hear that.
I sent you a.
Yeah, I'm literally my fingers are doing all sorts. Working around my phone, checking all sorts of things. What have you sent me? Kylian Mbappe is very tempted by a departure since 2019. However, Liverpool are not in strong contenders as they don't have much money. However, a swap for Salah and Mbappe could be possible. Strongest contenders. Oh, fuck off.
You think Salah's going to go to run PSG? No.
Man starts talking about Tottenham Hotspur being contenders for Mbappe. Are you chatting out your rear end? Chatting bullshit there. Luke looks utterly shocked by what I've just said. Luke just looks absolutely bewildered. I can confirm, before anyone starts quoting us with Mbappe to Tottenham, not happening. Not happening. Never. Not on your Nelly.
I just sent
No.
it. It was a bit very, very funny.
Very, very funny indeed. Can Ireland still qualify for the World Cup?
They could,
No,
but they won't.
I don't know.
Qualify? Yeah. We've only had, what, 1 or 2 qualifiers so far. Yeah, you can still qualify. Bloody difficult for you, but it's not beyond the realms of possibility. Ronaldo to Liverpool laughing. Yeah, that did make me laugh a bit. Let's talk about Arsenal briefly, actually. So there's 3 sort of players that I've seen you somewhat linked with. The first one being Max Aarons, the second one being Yves Bissouma, and the third one being Buendia. Would you be up for getting them to it? You've also had some transfers rejected for Sander Berge.
To be honest, Berg's a player that he's available for 30 million, but there's better players out there like Bissouma and Aouar that would be available for probably around the same price. So I'd prioritize going for a player like them instead of Berg. But I mean, if we were to have a window where we bring in Bissouma, Aarons, and Buendia, I would consider that a successful window because they're addressing 3 pretty key areas in our squad, which are midfielders and then a right back. I think there's the good thing is there are a lot of players that
I don't really want the scene.
1 minute, Lewis. 1 minute. We're talking transfers. Yeah, carry on, Luke.
I think the good thing is we've been linked with a few players in each position. Like there are, especially in midfield, we've been linked with like Camavinga, Aouar, Bissouma, even Berg. You know, players like Zakaria as well. And the thing is, I think with the talk around the club this summer, you know, there's not one of those players that I've just said are unrealistic, so to speak, because they're all. I think the most expensive we'd have to pay is the 50 million for a player like Camavinga, which, you know, realistically for a player of his age and, you know, potential and hype, that would be a good deal, I'd say. But you know, Buendia, I'd take. I mean, the dream in a position like Buendia's would obviously be like a Jack Grealish, but I think if you get Buendia, then you've got a player who can play on the right and in the 10. But for me, I'd just rather take like a Mateus Pereira, who would be cheaper, and he had a fucking excellent season already this year. So, I mean, it's going to be a busy window. I think there's going to be a lot of, you know, players that we're interested in, and it's whether we get the right players in rather than just players in, because there are areas in the squad that really need addressing. It's just whether the board and the manager and Edu and all that will actually do their jobs this summer and get the players that we all know we need in.
Yeah. No, I hear everything you're saying there. For me, if you get Max Aarons in, that firstly sorts out your right back situation very well, because he's a top player. I must say that a lot. Max Aarons is someone I rate very, very highly. He will go on to do some great things, and I actually think he could be better than Trent. Not better in terms of attacking, but just his overall game at right back, I think, could be better than Trent's. So he also, I think, is going to be better than Wan-Bissaka. So if Arsenal can pick up him, you got Tierney on the left, Max Allen's on the right. That's very, very strong on your wing backs anyway. David Luiz even looks like William Saliba is going to be playing in that role next season, which I'm sure you're overly delighted about. But Arsenal, that's pretty much it. You're not looking at a striker. You don't. Odegaard is a weird one. I don't think you're going to get Odegaard. I don't think
Don't
that is
get
something.
Odegaard. It's useless.
You'll probably just get William Ceballos instead. I mean, this is Arsenal, so you're going to have one bad signing, aren't you? So it'll be one of Odegaard or or Ceballos, isn't it?
We won't get Ceballos.
It's been confirmed that Ceballos is not coming back to Arsenal.
But Arsenal get one dud a season, so it's not beyond the realms of possibility for that.
Fabrizio.
Yeah, Fabrizo literally. He said that Madrid want to sell him, but we're not interested at all because he's fucking shit.
Yeah, but as I say, you get one dud a season, so it could be the Ceballos being the dud. You probably diddle-daddle around the transfer market, messing around. You need to be quick, though. For me, you do need to be quick. The interesting thing for this window is, unless these signings are done quickly, there'll be nothing. I don't think there'll be anything done over the Euros. So the Euros is just going to be more speculation, potentially some talks. Nothing will be signed, though, until after Euros. Now, the difficulty of this transfer window, we're going to have an exceptionally busy July. Like, July is going to be mad, right? Because straight after Euros, players are on 2-week holidays. And then straight after 2 weeks holiday, they're back into pre-season. So I expect that 2-week window to have a shit ton of activity and we'll be very, very busy. We'll also be live on Transfer Deadline Day with a Deadline Day special where we'll be streaming for 8 hours, going through all of the transfers, all of the targets, everything possible we'll be discussing here. So make sure you check us out for that as well. But we've done Fabrizio, we've done Sancho. Yes, Sergio Aguero. Sergio Aguero is basically it's a here we go moment for him. Apparently, he's joining Barcelona on a 2 or 3 year deal, one of the two. Kenny, what do you make of Aguero going to Barca?
Well, to be honest, I think he'll do well there, but I don't think Barcelona will do very well in the seasons to come. So yeah, I think he will be top 5 scorers in the La Liga, but I don't see Barcelona getting really any like silverware or anything for him because they are Barcelona in a massive decline, and so are Real Madrid.
Yeah, no, I do hear that. I do hear that indeed. Lewis, what do you make of Aguero to Barcelona?
Well, it obviously was confirmed a few months back, obviously, he was leaving the city. Now he's found the club, more or less done. He's 32, his contract there until like 34, 35. Then he'll retire, I reckon. It's probably a good move. Like Kenny said, will they have any... I don't know, because I think that partnership of Messi and Aguero, shouldn't Messi even stay, but will be good. But apart from that, we don't really have much surface around them. But in my opinion, they should have kept Suarez regardless. I don't know, but I think it is probably the best move for him because I don't know what else we're probably going for him. And obviously, like I said, the link-up play between him and Messi, if Messi does stay, will be good. So hopefully it pays off for him.
Yeah, no, I hear that. The last bit of stuff I want to talk about before we wrap up. Thomas Tuchel, plenty talking about Thomas Tuchel. His targets have been released, sort of. Everyone's just put through. Kenny, just send it to me. It's easier. Kenny, I don't know what you've got there. So Kenny, just send it to me. It's much easier than what you're doing right now.
Kenny sources. Man United,
Yeah,
and Sancho.
I don't want Kenny sources. But yeah, Thomas Tuchel, his admiration for Harry Kane is a lot, but they seem to think that Harry Kane could potentially be a difficult, tricky sort of signing to get due to being rivals with Spurs. But his targets have come out. We'll start with centre forwards. His targets, he's got 3. Erling Haaland, Romelu Lukaku, Harry Kane. Out of them 3, which do we think is the most likely for Thomas Tuchel and Chelsea to pick up?
Lukaku.
Kenny, what about you?
So Lukaku, Kane, and who else?
Haaland.
Well, Haaland's not going. I think actually Harry Kane, to be honest with you. I think Harry Kane's the most likely to go.
Yeah. Oh, I hear that. I do hear that. And then what have we got? Central midfield or DM. Declan Rice or Tchouaméni, I think is how you say his name. I think they're probably going to pick up Declan Rice, if I'm being real. If Chelsea, the Declan Rice is quite an easy one for Chelsea to do. If Tuchel wants Declan Rice, Chelsea can afford Declan Rice. Rice wants to go to Chelsea. For me, Declan Rice just seems like the more logical sort of sense for Declan Rice. But do both of you agree, or do you think Tchouaméni might be the guy they bring in?
Declan Rice, purely because I don't know who some kid is.
Yeah.
Never
that's fair. And then centre. Kenny, who do you think they'll get, Rice or Tchouaméni?
I think they'll get Rice because the players will get pumped up if they eat rice. I don't even know what the other food is, but I think the players will get pumped up if they eat rice.
Tchouaméni, yeah. I'm not too aware of Tchouaméni, if I'm being real.
It is £90 million, so I think Chelsea will splash the cash and Chelsea will get him. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that potential. And then central defence, Varane, Lecroix, and Soul is the 3 mentioned there. Out of them 3, who do you expect them probably to try and go for?
If United don't get him, Varane.
Fair. And Kenny, what about you? Who do you think they'll go for? Varane, Lecroix, or Soul? Varane. Where's Val for round 2? Jesus Christ, Kenny. Velv is going to be on our Euro show later today, which I'm looking forward to. But we're going to wrap it up a little bit early. I've got other shit to do, i.e. prepare for the stream later on today. But before you go, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Follow our socials, Twitter, Let's Talk EPL, Instagram, Let's Talk EPL _, and on TikTok at Let's Talk Premier League. But Lewis, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at LewisPay55. You can find me on YouTube at Play Sports. And that's it.
Perfect. And Kenny, where can they find you?
They can find me in Vel's bedroom. I'm waiting for
Lovely. Keep moving. Kenny, where can they find you properly? Stop doing my head in.
They can find me at Pogba's Class and Kenny TV on YouTube, and also Top of the League next season.
Perfect. And you can find me, if you want to follow me personally, at Niall _PAFC. Thanks for watching. As I said, back tonight, 8 p.m. with the Euro show. Me and the panel pick it. Well, we picked our Euros team and all of that. Kenny, stop messing around. So yeah, we're picking our Euros teams on that stream, which is going to be a good one. I'm excited for it. Yeah, it's going to be an entertaining one, that is for sure. We're also going to be then picking our combined squad. So anyone that we've all picked together will go in to the combined. Then obviously we'll be picking our starting 11 for Croatia. But until then, thanks for watching. Plenty of stuff to get our teeth into here. But yes, we'll be back at 8 p.m. for the Euros squad stream, which is going to be an entertaining one. But a big thanks for watching. I'll see you at 8 p.m. But until then, take care. Thanks for